Good morning. Thank you. As Mel said, my name is Jillian Hayworth. Most of you guys probably know me as a homesteading junkie, and I've talked about lots of things related to homesteading. But you may not know that I've been in the corporate world for a long time. I've got about 25 years of business leadership experience in industries ranging from, I spent about 10 years in residential construction and real estate, and the last 15 years or so have been in fintech, financial technology, and kind of in the tax space now. So that's what I've been doing. I also consider myself an education junkie. Most of you guys probably have heard. I have 3 degrees. I've got a bachelor's in professional sales, a master's in business administration, and a master's in technology management. So a PhD is on the list somewhere in my lifetime, if that's a goal. So today we're going to talk about how to make it easy for people to do business with you, and or more broadly, how to make it easy for people to do what you want them to do. And I'd like to think about it for just a moment, sort of outside the business context. And it's funny, I was sharing with Stacy what I was going to talk about, and she said, "So you're going to talk about manipulation?" And I said, "No, I like to think about it more like preparation and intention, right? So you got to think about what you want people to do and make it easy for them to do that thing." So just this week, my son was asking me about going to play tennis, and I'm like super excited about him doing that. I want him to do that. I want to say yes. And as a responsible parent, I ask him, a few basic questions like, with who, where are you going, when, and he couldn't answer any of those questions. And so I'm like, buddy, I can't, I want to tell you, yes, you can go, but you have to come to me with this information. So I actually kind of gave him this speech afterwards that, which I probably will come to regret, but if you want me to give you something, make it easy for me to do that. So just kind of think about that in mind in your interactions, whether it's your kids or your spouse or your coworkers. If you want them to go stop at the store, think about what objections they might have. You anticipate those objections. So well, there's not a store on my way home. Oh, look here, I just found this map and there's one right here. Did you know that there was a Kroger right here? And I can order it for you. So all you have to do is pick it up. Anticipate those objections and make it easy. So now I want to apply that to promoting our business, and it's largely done through social media today. So that's a little bit of what I'm going to focus on, but I think it's totally applicable whether you're printing flyers or have ads in your place of business or whatever. So some of the statistics that we talked about that we've covered before are that you typically have 2 to 3 seconds for a potential customer prospect to decide whether they're going to engage in your post or not. Now that's what the research said. That sounds like a long time to me. When I'm scrolling, I don't know that I really personally give 2 to 3 seconds on each post. But let's say that they do. Then the next stat I have is that they may spend 5 to 10 seconds trying to decide if they're going to take an action on it or not. So best case scenario, you've got less than 15 seconds to get them to look at your information and do something with it. That's not really a very long time. So again, it's really important that we make it easy for them to do that. So I want you guys to kind of think about shifting your perspective when you're getting ready to do some kind of promotion. Because I think a lot of us come from the perspective of, hey, I'm the business owner and here's what I want my customer to know, here's what I want to tell them. It's very easy to think about it from your own perspective, but try to shift that paradigm a little bit and think about what it's like from their perspective. What do you want them to hear? What do you want them to see? And most importantly, what do you want them to do? And then take it that next step further. And what are those exact steps that they're going to follow? It's easy for us to just kind of throw together this, promotion with, what we want them to, we're selling this thing and here's the price. But what are they going to do with that? If you expect them to buy it, what are the steps that they have to do to buy that or to sign up for an appointment? How easy is it for them to do that? So actually walk through those steps yourself and make sure that all of those steps are as easy as they can be. I think that's the gist. So kind of want to leave you with this. And if we have time, which I think we should have time, right? I'd like for you guys to kind of partner up, and if you have something available, grab something that you're either ready to post or maybe that you just posted and give it to a partner and let them see how easy it is for them to do those things, because it's hard for us to analyze our own work, right? So what do you want them to do? And then have them answer these questions. Is it obvious? And is it easy? And is it apparent what all those steps are? So I'll say that again. So first, you can choose to tell them what you want them to do, or you can ask them. Hopefully They know what, they can tell from the ad what you want them to do. And then is it obvious? Is it easy? And what are the steps? So you guys can kind of take turns, grading each other, and just think about those things. And what I hope that you take away from this is that whether it's an ad or again what you're doing, with your interactions with everyday people, you want to make it so easy for them to say yes to do whatever that thing is that you want them to do, that it's hard for them to say no. Like they would feel silly saying no. That's all.
Questions or comments? I'll say that I'm guilty of this because I just had a question about the gala, which is tonight. Somebody said, should I eat before I come or is there food? Because there was no mention of it on the invitation. And I was like, yes, of course we're going to feed you. I just thought it was, there's always food at galas, but, I didn't make it obvious. So,
yeah.
Somewhere I saw dinner, so I knew that there was food.
Yeah. And I will tell you that for the gala, going to find all the people who have donated prizes, because I want to give them recognition. So I was looking up their websites or how I can put them in the program. And several of the ladies, I didn't have their full information. I went to their Facebook profile. Their personal Facebook profile has nothing about their business on it. And I'm like, wow, what a missed opportunity. Because even though it's your personal profile, you want it to be connected to what you do, right? You should have some type of, I work here, there's a website, there should be posts about your business in your personal profile. Unless you have a really strong reason for wanting to keep business and personal separate, I respect that. But social media works best if it's combined, personal and business. So put your business posts on your personal profile at least sometimes.
Yeah. And if I'm being honest, one of the things that motivated me to talk about this is that I try really hard to support you guys. That's a part of what I do because I don't have the same kind of network that you guys do. But if I can buy from you, I will. And there have been multiple times where I've tried and I gave up because it was too hard. And I didn't want to pick on anybody or bring any examples, but if you have something that you want me to look at or you have questions, I'm happy to. But it's happening more often than you may think that somebody that is it's not like I see a need and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go do that need. It's like I'm actively looking to spend money. And sometimes it's hard.
The first step is
True story.
I think we'll need to talk about the customer journey because I think that's a great point. Because when you know what you're selling, sometimes, as you mentioned, it's really hard to sell because we think everybody knows it, right? So when you're creating a customer journey, do you recommend that we talk to people who have no idea what we do so they can kind of walk through?
Yes, absolutely. So I just got promoted, and one of the things that my boss told me, because I'm asking all these really ignorant questions, and they're like, that's one of the things that you bring to the table, because I have a new perspective.
Right.
So I'm able to ask things and think about things in ways that people that have been intimately familiar with the business just don't even think of, because it's so second nature to them. Yes, absolutely. And even if they do know, it's still a good idea to get a second set of eyes on it. I highly recommend that you have somebody edit even your text. It's really hard to edit your own words, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Any other thoughts or comments, suggestions? Yes.
I just want to say I really appreciate kind of the refresher and highlight on thinking through the steps of what you're posting because it's so easy to just post and not go through the steps of planning for what you want the result to be. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you so much, Jillian.